RF37, baby. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. BayAreaCompass, BayAreaCompass, you know what I mean? And we back at it. Now, I tried to do this yesterday, but I was driving, kind of hungry, you know what I mean? So it didn't resonate correctly. And I didn't really like get into what my perspective was truly. I was just trying to make a perspective. But, so recently in Stockton, there was a shooting, right? And it was off of Thornton, right? So it was at the Dairy Queen. So it must, it was at the Dairy Queen though, right? Now, like, a lot has come from that. So, you know what I mean? A lot has come from that incident. And in Stockton, it's crazy. This is where we're gonna start off though. It's crazy that all of y'all really have a chance to do something different, and y'all niggas is all in the motherfucking blender. You know what I'm saying? All of y'all rapping, y'all making money off of music, but all of y'all in the blender because of music. And because none of y'all would probably be in the situations that y'all in currently if it wasn't for rap. So something that's supposed to, like, you know what I'm saying, possibly take you to a different direction, then put y'all in the worst direction because of what y'all saying. You know what I'm saying? All y'all saying the same thing, but none of y'all, like, well, I don't get, I'm gonna keep it real, man. I don't even see how stuff like that happen. Like, when I was y'all age, there was always, you know what I mean? It was a different time. Nobody doing it for the camera. Somebody gonna be sitting right. So I don't really get kinda how y'all falling short. Also, how y'all keep doing the same things and it's not working. Like the whole Chicago rap scene and the whole, and it ain't nothing new. All my friends from Stockton dead. You see what I'm saying? You be thinking everybody gonna survive and it's all gonna be the same, but everybody dead. Same story. You feel me? It's just happening a lot sooner because y'all antagonizing it. You know what I mean? Y'all got this internet and y'all use it to y'all demise. You see what I'm saying? Y'all using it to y'all benefit. Y'all making a little money, but it's not to y'all benefit. If you can't, I get it, because even if you doing stuff in the streets of where you stay at, it might not just ever be good for you to really be there like that, depending on how much damage you cause, right? But I don't really think y'all should have been at no kid birthday party, regardless if it was a private party or not, speaking on what y'all talk about. And that would be respect for the kids. Like, y'all shouldn't have been there, even though they shouldn't have did that. You see what I'm saying? It's a little collective of both that y'all shouldn't have been there, bro. And that's a part of protecting kids. You know, in the streets, man, we gonna do this and yada, yada, yada. But we gonna take it over there. So things like that have a less likeliness of happening. We wouldn't have did it in Stockton. When I went shopping when I was from Stockton, I go to a different city most of the time, cause it's certain things and certain, so you gotta kind of move different. And normally, you probably did, right? Normally, everybody was probably moving a little different. It be them one times, and all it take is one time, cause all you got is one life. So you gotta always move more smarter and diligently and more militantly. You see what I'm saying? Like somebody should always be, hey, that's brother, just sit there and watch for things so that things don't happen. Like of such, like somebody there not having fun ever. You know what I'm saying? So security of some sorts. especially when there's kids involved and stuff like that. Maybe too. Maybe y'all should have hired security, like so y'all could have possibly could have been avoided based upon deterrence. See, everybody think being a gangster hard. No, you gotta learn how to be a soldier, bruh. What do soldiers do? They keep, you know what I mean? What's that word in Swahili? Keep USA. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep USA at all times, bruh. You can't put your guard down, especially how y'all rap. How y'all rap make y'all make y'all have to always keep y'all guard up. So, you know, and two, like I think Nano MB and Dougie 3Z, they saying is incarcerated. I think they are on parole violation. So, you know, when you moving pieces and you want to be, you gotta move them diligently. You know what I'm saying? If you're on parole and you can't even really protect yourself, you gotta know how to play. It's chess, man. It's chess. Everything is chess. Everybody playing chess. Some people playing checkers, man. You can't play checkers in a room full of chess players, man. You know what I'm saying? Two different games, man. So you gotta, even to this day, me growing up in Stockton has left me real. What is that? I always try to keep my guard up because no matter where I'm at, bro, same rules apply. People be tripping, and people be holding grudges, and people ain't gonna forget things that you might have did to harm them, even if they was small. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta be humble and wise enough to understand how to move. And when you stop really worrying about what people think of you, you gonna move smarter, man. And it might take you a minute. It might take you never. You might never really see, man. What do I care about what this person think about me? What this person think about me? What anybody perception of me is, right? Who care about the perception? I mean, that's called an image when you're trying to be a rapper. So you got, you know what? Mob DB said, ain't no such thing as a halfway crook, bruh. You got, is meaning 1 foot in, 1 foot out. No, you gotta, man, Mbnel, EBK Jock, EBK Jaaybo, Slo-Be. Them niggas was popping. Like, they millions of views on their shit all the time. You feel me? So, if y'all played y'all hands right, y'all would be NBA young boy now or some of that nature on that level of music and notoriety where you was gonna be in different places where that shit don't really even matter. And if everybody would do that, ha ha, you know, Dirk little laugh about whatever the case may be, right, with Quando Rondo. I see a lot of that, right? But at the end of the day, where Dirk at? I mean, shit. And if y'all completely fine, right? If you completely fine being stuck in a box for decades, what could I say? I mean, shit. Like, there's really nothing to say to you. If you okay with that, shit, there ain't nothing really to say to a nigga. But if that's not really what you want, you gotta go for something different. You feel me? So all these young rappers, you know what I'm saying, and they getting older now, so they ain't really young no more. Y'all niggas hitting 28, 30. You a man, bro. You gotta grow up a little bit, man. Cause when kids start getting hurt and shit like that, y'all taking it too far, bro. Because that shit really don't matter to the average person. That shit don't matter to a person that own them neighborhoods that y'all talking about y'all from. The people that own them shit don't give a fuck about what you talking about. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like y'all should have been reaching for ownership of the block. Not, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, little jewelry, little costume jewelry and cars and stuff like that. And y'all satisfied. You feel me? That's a little jewelry. You know what I mean? That shit don't, everybody think a chain is success, man. Nah, man. That ain't no success, man. You just got a little jury. You probably can get that on credit, but a good enough down payment. You know what I'm saying? You got payment plan on some jewelry or something, some good credit, and 5 bands. You probably could probably get that jewelry like or 2,000 or something, depending on how your credit is. So that ain't nothing that's hardly obtained. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can truly obtain that shit real easily, right? So the things that people be going for, shooting for, you know what I'm saying? You know, don't most of the time even make really sense to somebody that really got something. I ain't saying I'm the nigga that got, but somebody that got some understand like that's nigga. You know what I'm saying? Not nothing worth dying for, killing for. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but once people start getting hurt and stuff like that, it's beyond that. Then it's personal. It's whatever the case may be. Stockton always been kind of like that, and like I always say, because I'm a little bit older than most of the niggas rapping, right? That I know probably Dad, I think I seen What's Good With You. I think I was reading some with Mbnel's dad saying something about whatever. There was an article yesterday saying something about it, right? But I think his dad worked at my grade school before. So it'd be a lot of times Stockton so small, you be knowing the pieces and the, you know, families and stuff like that once you see the faces. So, you know, I know Band's dad. I know EBK Jaaybo's dad, R.I.P. Rari, Bondo. You feel me? So though it's just about people and da 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 da. You feel me? Why would I want to? I never wanted to see y'all lose. I did the first blog I did was on y'all saying, man, don't do that. Why y'all gonna do that? You feel me? Y'all have an opportunity. I was hoping that people really hear me, but I knew nobody was gonna hear me, bro. But I was hoping that y'all really got it. I know y'all seen it. I know y'all seen it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I knew I was influencing y'all. Cause I feel like the songs that the beats that when I send my shit to Dizzler and Slo-Be did the Black Heart thing, but it was really Raphael 87 Blood on My Leaves or the Euro Step title that, cause I was, yeah, with Mbnel or the song Waiting, that the beat that I did and then y'all was, yeah, man, I wanted y'all to take some of that energy, cook it up y'all way. So and then it worked for y'all. That's when y'all peaks started happening, I noticed. And I kind of felt like this because it was like my creation, right? Of the songs and stuff like that. But I felt like anytime someone is took from me and I ain't nobody yet, or as far as on the internet, it was keeping me motivated to keep going. Cause I'm like, damn, man, y'all niggas is on already, and y'all taking a little bit of trying to troll me a little bit, and I respect it, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. This is why I send you a song, the next thing I know, Slo-Be got it, and then it blow him up. I was happy to see, like, damn, these young niggas in Stockton eating off of that shit. I wasn't gonna be able to eat off of it ever, cause I was never gonna be y'all guinea pig. You feel me? I was never gonna be that to those entities. So I just really wasn't. I just wanted to see young niggas do something productive from where I was from in the world because everybody, if you a real motherfucker, you know how hard this shit is, bro. If you're a real human being, you know how real life is. You know how things can get. Kids, da, da, da. And once kids get involved, I don't really care about who you is, what your status is. Da, 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 da. Nigga, them some kids, man. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I don't even want to talk, but at the end of the day, kids should be protected. You know, women should be protected, but women should also stay in their place if that's the case. You see what I'm saying? So you should be doing some women shit and don't be in no man shit, or you gonna get treated as such. Just like when they say kids that is involved in the streets. I can see some kids that was involved in the streets doing devious stuff, but these some little innocent kids, 1, 9, 8, whatever the case, and God knows how many other kids were harmed in this stuff, and they like friendly fire. I don't know. I can't say that allegedly all the stuff, right? And I wouldn't even go on it on that level. But what I'm saying is, them situations shouldn't arise based upon the movements and actions you take. One thing, protect your children at all times by not saying too much on these cameras to invoke somebody or to try to get at you in that form and fashion. Protect them. Don't be selfish. Don't be too prideful. I'm gonna let you have that because I gotta protect mine. That's why. That's why I be keep. I gotta protect mine because sometimes I'll be rolling with them and I can't have that. You feel me? I couldn't have that because most of the time it be them, not you. So you could live with the pain, the guilt, and all of that because it was your fault. So most of the time it be the innocent people that's getting hurt in your bullshit. And you go keep perpetuating it, be okay with it until it happened to you, until you feel like that, and everybody get them feelings. If they, you reap what you sow, that's what they say. You reap what you sow. So what's going? Not saying you deserve it, but saying these things gonna happen to you too. If you okay with it, then you gonna understand it. You gonna understand it at its essence, at its purity. It's it's simple. It's simple, bruh. You gonna feel what you okay with. You gonna, you know what I'm saying? You gonna learn about it. This life, you learning. You gonna learn the hard way, some way, any way. At the end of the day, with the lesson of why are you here? You know what I'm saying? And that's spiritual. That ain't even what you can control. You can think that you this, you that. All you doing is bringing that entity, that energy on you. You're a demon. Okay, well the demon is gonna come around. And demon time ain't good. You know, tea time, you know what I'm saying? Y'all forgot about tea time. Now it's demon time. Everybody on demon time. Well, them demons don't play. Them demons gonna give you what you asking for. And it's really, you know, a lot of times, man, a lot of times, and I'm gonna tell y'all niggas, a lot of times it's the drugs, right? Niggas be popping pills or whatever the drug of that generation is, right? Because it was Eve pills and powder for my generation, right? But the difference, I think, we still might have had some extra weird shit in the stuff that was already bad. You know, powder was already bad, but it was just the natural drug that was created to get you that high. It was, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was this. It was. Now y'all got this fake ass stuff in it. You know, the fentanyl, all the shit, and it give y'all a different like energy. And you might be thinking, oh, I'm taking the real shit. No, I don't think so because the real shit have you on some other shit. Y'all on some bullshit, doing bullshit, and condoning bullshit. Like all y'all niggas got kids. I think Mbnel girl got shot at the butt or the leg or something too. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I couldn't have that. I'm not touching my peoples. Like, nigga, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm still in these areas, I don't want to go to whatever. You know what I'm saying? But y'all niggas is tripping. And y'all really, really need to, you know, if y'all still got the opportunities that's presented to y'all, y'all need to do something great with it. You know what I'm saying? You need to get back to the city and get back to them families. You know, if they would accept something from you, pay for them funerals. You know what I'm saying? Y'all making money, get y'all families out of the city, cause you know that's what I would suggest you to do. Y'all should move around. That shit over. Y'all fucked it up. But y'all do that with kids and all that. They let that shit slide. I'm talking about the real power at hand. You feel me? They're not gonna let that slide, bro. Because how could they have y'all all dissing each other? Y'all all okay with it. And y'all bringing bad business. See, Stockton is a business too. Y'all remember when it went bankrupt? How does a city go bankrupt if it's not a business, right? So city went bankrupt. Stockton went bankrupt. I'm trying to give y'all some game. Most people probably gonna leave around this time. So the city went bankrupt. So y'all, so what you gotta understand, right? And I know Jason Lee. See the weird part, I know all y'all niggas. Jason Lee is my brother and him grew up together. Now my brother married to a woman, right? So we just gonna keep it there. Yeah, I guess yeah, that it died. The my phone. And I just decided to continue the live. You feel me? I don't know who here anymore. Now Jason Lee, this is where we was left off at, right? I'm gonna try to keep this here. Now Jason Lee, right? It's gonna fall though. Let's try to find Sean. Keep it. Give me a second. Give me a second. It's gonna sound crazy for a second. So look, now Jason Lee, right? He ran for mayor. Now all that generation right there of Stockton people from that talent show, a lot of them just went out to LA and became famous and shit. You know, and there was a lot of, somebody said gay dude. Jason, yeah, the gay dude. You feel me? He never, a lot of times back then people didn't come out, but you knew they was gay. Jason Lee was one of them, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't come out as gay until he moved to LA. You see what I'm saying? My brother was a dancer, so a hip hop dancer. That nigga work on The Voice. That nigga do a lot of shit, bruh. My brother right now. So do a lot of real shit in the music. And been worked with Beyonce, then worked with Michael Jackson, Heavy D, all kind of shit. So Chris Brown, everybody really. So a lot of them got involved, and that's how I've seen the music industry, and I just watched it from afar. You feel me? I ain't no dancer, so I just would watch what my brother was doing, and I was living out there at a point in time and learning myself. So, shit, I don't know, man, but and hopefully the phone don't fall. But my point about Jason Lee in the video was that he the mayor of Stockton. One of them, I think, assistant mayor or something, in Western Ranch or whatever. And basically, in y'all general area of Western Ranch, is close to where y'all niggas is from on that side of town. So he the mayor over there, right? And that's where EBK, a lot, a lot of them, not in that area, but in the general area, because Stockton ain't that big. Now, what's probably going, all I'm saying pertaining to that is these people that are in play that's higher up of this, because we was talking about Stockton, a business. Stockton, all cities are businesses. That city went bankrupt. Now, I'm trying to get back on the same. So, when people thinking that it's this or that, no, it's business, bruh. They not letting you mess up business. And what just happened on CNN, on all these big networks, as well as on all platforms on the internet, you got all different types of people talking about what happened there. You see what I'm saying? And so when everybody think it's just gonna go back to, well, no, all the stuff you saying is gonna be investigated. Now, all the stuff you've been saying and putting it on the record, because when you put it on the internet and you put your face behind it and your voice behind it, it's hard to say, this not me. So when you put it on record, and I always say this in these little things because I don't think y'all that need to get what I'm trying to like. Okay, there's a law in California. Your lyrics can't be held against you. Now that's a state law, but the federal law don't have to abide by them same guidelines. So you saying something on record, and okay, the difference between state is you could bring cameras in there. Nobody know how that stuff go publicly in them federal courtrooms and what they gonna use and how because it don't be televised. So when people doing stuff, especially nowadays, y'all think, okay, the original RICO that was formatted, right? The RICO that was formatted originally, or the same RICO, but what it was formatted for was the mafia and organized crime. You know what I'm saying? So they could go at anybody from the top. If you involved from the top to the bottom, they could arrest y'all together collectively. You know what I'm saying? And okay, that night or the same night that that happened, there was an arrest of 4 people. I think it was a 32-year-old woman, but it was allegedly in the area of Lewis Park that they were arrested. It was like a 16-year-old kid. So with guns and stuff like that, and that was what people was alleging. That was like, oh, they coincided the two together, and hypothetically, if the two together, why wasn't they charged for this event that happened then? Because when the federal government step in, they might want everybody now. Okay, well, we're not gonna charge you yet because we know you want them charges right there. You ain't getting out right now. Don't think you're gonna get out right now. We're gonna keep you there real quick. We're gonna get this case together, and then we're gonna come and whamboozle all y'all. So that's what and if everybody wanna lose, right? Then they gonna continue. Cause I promise you this of my knowledge of being from Stockton, growing up in Stockton, and going to school out there, all of the above, right? Um, Nobody or nothing really worth me going to prison for the rest of my life for out there on them levels. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see that being some I would be, you know, and it be about the people. That's my cousin or something like that, more or less than just the hood. I don't, nigga, grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't own that shit. We thought that was our neighborhood until some other people moved in, and then the shit changed. So, you know, and you got grown up shit to do. I gotta pay some bills now and shit. So most of that shit start when you got too much idle time. You're a gang member because you ain't getting this and that. Then by the time you get older and you got this and that, you got too much shit to do to be worried about what some other nigga doing, what some other nigga saying about you, for you, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Why would I care about what a bed think about me? Like, nigga, is we breaking bread together? We doing business together? Like, what I care about what you think. At the end of the day, why am I gonna lose sleep over it? Why am I gonna lose blood over it? Why am I gonna shed tears over it? Cause that's what's gonna happen when y'all play into it. You're gonna shed tears, you might shed some blood, you're gonna do all of that because everybody hurt. And and y'all okay with it. Y'all okay with it. And I can't say y'all just doing it for the cameras because it's always been like that out there. But the cameras, what y'all say over the videos, you feel me? It's always too descriptive, and it's always taunting people, and it's always like words that's gonna get some shit to happen, bruh. Um, See, it's okay, Doctor. If it was just gladiator school, it's just y'all. But once the kids, the women, and all these other people that start getting hurt, y'all niggas doing too much. It's going too far. Y'all gotta, get a hold of that shit. You gotta get a hold of that shit. And if you get blessed enough for y'all to keep continuing, and I think some got like I don't know. I did see Jock go live that day, right? But Jock always go live. I just think sometimes when things like that happen, right? Y'all assume that because you ain't really tuned into that person at that time. So they doing their normal little shit. Because I did see him go live. I went jumped on Instagram to see like, the fuck? And he was live, and I think it was hella early, like 3 or 4 in the morning or something like that. But Jock always go live 3 or 4 in the morning. That's probably why people don't be on. Thousands of people probably don't be on it because of the time he choosing to get on it. But he always on there. Y'all was just looking for some answers then. So now you go on the Jock page noticing he on live. So, but be for about there, bruh. That shit ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of y'all niggas, man. I better get some money, live some life and shit like that, nigga. We from, nigga, you could be in Stockton and out of Stockton in 10 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't nothing out there. I think they just shut down one of the malls. Mall's hella small and shit. They shut down one of them. What's there for you to do to really be mad about as far as like, what, like, nigga, go get some money, figure out how to do something for your peoples. Stop staking land and claiming lands that you don't own, that you have none, you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure your people's straight. All that shit be for little kids, man. That's some little kid shit. Hits why, okay, hypothetically, if the 4 people they arrested for Lewis Park, right, and one of them being 16, probably you feel me? Because he's 16. And that's some 16-year-old shit. And that's some, don't know no better. Just listening to y'all. You feel me? Type of shit. And that's what it would seem to me if that's the scenario at hand. But it was just like some little bullshit that happened because y'all, and when you antagonizing, and it could be somebody's brother that got unalived, that's 16, that just don't know no better and want to avenge because you saying stuff on there to antagonize this person or whatnot. So sometimes you gotta let certain things lie and rest because if you from Stockton, you know some shit. You know some shit. You see what I'm saying? If you from certain places and you know some shit, but sometimes that shit should just be lie where it's at, bruh. You feel me? And yeah, you get famous, yeah, but that shit is getting all of y'all indicted as rappers. And when I'm talking about for all the rappers, y'all gonna get y'all asses indicted. Get a RICO like the mafia. There ain't gonna be no more drill rap in a minute. Y'all think that shit can't happen until they want to change some shit. Y'all buy Doherty's. They thought like y'all run a buck like that today shit. You buy Doherty. You're not. That's not gonna happen on their time. Y'all know that. They just gonna arrest all y'all motherfuckers. They did mass incarceration before, nigga. You just wasn't born yet. You know what I'm saying? They did mass incarceration before. They start releasing people now and changing the laws. But, y'all gonna fall under these new guidelines. So, doing all that shit, thinking it's cool to be putting shit on the camera with your face, documenting it, that shit ain't gonna go nowhere even if you erase it. It's still not gonna go nowhere. So, best thing to do is not putting on these cameras that you don't want to keep on them. Don't record shit that you don't want to get out there. Understand your words is powerful. A nigga said all this shit. The word's powerful. Nano MB, I was just listening to his last song he dropped. He said, I don't care if there's kids. Now you put that in the air. You don't care if there's kids, bruh. You put that in the air for someone to not care on your behalf. And that's why you gotta protect your people by your words sometimes too. Don't antagonize people. Don't use antagonizing words. Sometimes when you're trying to get your point across, you can get your point across in many ways, but it seemed like it's successful to people, right? Everybody think, okay, if I say this and I do this, I'm gonna get this. And no, man, people fantasize about, everybody wanted to be Scarface, bruh. And everybody felt to realize, right? Back in the day, everybody wanted to be Scarface. But Scarface died. Everybody felt to acknowledge that Scarface died, and even though he was rich for 4.5 minutes, he still died. And his sister got, you know what I'm saying, and all these people got his best friend. Like that shit was terrible. Really was a terrible outcome. Like that wasn't like, come on. So when people idolize things, you idolizing the wrong shit. Like, you know, I'm gonna keep it real. Like people always tell me, you know, what Martin Luther King do? I'm like, man, y'all shot the man, y'all assassinated the man. I don't want to do what Martin Luther King did because y'all y'all did him in for doing what he did. So, uh, don't tell me about what Martin Luther what he did. No, I respect what the man did for my people, right? And what I'm saying is when people outside of them people tell me, well, Martin, no man, because they killed that man. What you talking about? You feel me? So I don't be hearing how people be explaining what they trying to display. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna analyze it, and I'm not nobody guinea pig to just take in what you say and that's law. No, man, it's my life, it's your life. Do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. I don't have to follow the crowd. You feel me? And that's the best way to go about it. Be a leader, not a follower. You know what I'm saying? It's the generation of followers because we got the internet. Everybody just, okay, this is cool. No, man, make what's cool. I'm the one that make what's cool because I'm me. That's how you should look at it instead of trying to. You could one of y'all could have just came out with the hardest song in the world with the dopest beat. Y'all got hundreds of thousands of subscribers or viewers, right? Uh, on a regular basis, at least tens of thousands. All you gotta do is come up with a dope song and be dope, bruh. You don't have to. And most of the time, when all of y'all got popular, everybody in Northern California that got popular, besides a few people, especially in Stockton, y'all got popular off the real songs that wasn't on that level. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got popular when y'all was just making good music. Then y'all got popular and switched it up and started doing the same shit everybody else doing, drill music, because it's easier to be like, yeah, and do, and then it's harder to like come up with a concept and create art. Y'all not artists, y'all gangbangers who making music and dissing each other, bruh. That's what it seems to be, and it's not helping y'all gangbanging because y'all getting arrested and hurt, and that's not cool. When y'all could divert that energy into some productive and positive speaking, that you got some that could put you in a Bentley, in a mansion, and change your family life for generations to come. And y'all got children. All y'all got children. Y'all could change their life forever, not just for 5 minutes, like Scarface. So, you know, I hope the best for all of y'all. I have no hidden agenda or hidden hatred for none of y'all that's doing y'all shit in the music. And I just hope y'all utilize y'all notoriety properly. Everybody following this crash out shit. The streets is non-existent no more. The internet has taken over. You know, everything that was in the streets that was privatized has been um, displayed on the internet. So that shit is not a secret society that's gonna help you get away with anything, bro. Everything's on the internet. So what you gotta do is adapt and advance yourself to the new world that's taking place. Instead of doing that, come on this internet, make this your new hustle. You gotta, if you're a real hustler, bruh, hustles fall off and die off. So then you gotta recreate a new hustle or already see the trend and go to the next thing that's gonna be popping and diversify your catalog as a business person, as a hustler, and try to touch a few things just in case one thing don't work out, so you don't have to feel so desperate that you taking life and death chances just to get something out of this joint, bruh. You gotta try to educate yourself on different levels. Don't just be one person. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, being a hood nigga, man. That shit's probably one of the hardest occupations, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you go lose 10 years, you got to start over. Hey, you go do this. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna lose friends through casualties and get traumatized and all kind of crazy shit in the streets. So, uh, man, life is traumatizing enough. You don't have to extra do it, especially when you know better. Y'all niggas know better now. Do better. That's all I'm saying. Do better, man. You can't take nothing back. You can't change what's actually happening in real life. But what you could do is change your perspective so the outcomes come out different. You know what I'm saying? At one point, you going to grow up and say, no, that ain't cool. That ain't right. No, I have an opportunity to make a change and change my community rather than destroy it and destroy myself. But a lot of people don't want to look at it that way. I don't know, man. Put God first, put family first, man. Raphael.